Don't you think it takes you
Hawaii,
back
just going, yeah,
to a
right
special place?
And I've never even been to Hawaii, but I would imagine this is what it smells like.
For me, you know, it's like going back to my grandmother's garden in Mississippi, or it's like, do you remember being at the prom?
Yeah.
And a lot of people would have like a gardenia.
Yeah.
In fact, back in the 1930s, they wouldn't send a big bouquet of roses.
Yeah.
They would send one box with one gardenia flower in it.
Wow.
That's how powerful one bloom is.
Yeah, so special. Well, you get the Patio Perfect Buttons Gardenia right here. And is this the size we get?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
This is the size that we sent out.
6-inch potted plant.
And it's already got lots of buds on it, beautiful glossy foliage. And I love this one. This was kind of a game changer in the gardenia market.
Why?
Well, it's pretty much what I would call a perpetual bloomer.
Really?
The old-fashioned gardenias had one big bloom. This has a big flush of blooms and then sporadic blooming all the rest of the season. So it just does not stop blooming. It's got smaller leaves, more blossoms, and it is hardy to 15 degrees. When it gets colder than that, you just bring it inside and put it in a window.
Oh, nice.
And if you wanted to get even more, it's available on auto delivery.
Oh, that's good.
Holy
mackerel.
mackerel.
You'll get a shipment today. You'll get it or in the spring of 2017.
Yes.
Then you'll get another one the spring of 2018. And you get to keep the free shipping and handling. You get to keep the 2 easy payments of $19.99. This one, and again, they usually only, you said they only bloom once usually, the gardenias. This one blooms on and on and on.
It blooms on and on. If you've got a best friend or your mother or a sweetheart, it's nice, and you live in different places. If you've got one, they've got one. You can talk about your gardenias back and forth.
That.
And I like things like that with my mom. She'll have things on her balcony that I have on my patio, and it makes our phone calls feel more like we're sitting side by side because we're talking about the same thing.
Bring families together. They really do. By the way, exposure on this is full sun to partial shade, and it blooms summer through fall. With intermittently done indoors as well. And
see, if the little cat decides to move, then you can sit out there, but the cat evidently likes it too. So but they're great in a small area because of the fragrance. You don't have to pick the flower up to smell it. The fragrance will travel.
Yeah.
And I've got mine on my patio, much like what we were looking at. And I open the doors when it's blooming, and I'm sitting at my desk, and I can smell the fragrance coming in. And it's just a little hint that there is heaven on earth.
Yeah.
If you take a little time,
you're
just noticing things like that.
There's heaven on earth. That's so sweet.
But it's all about the fragrance, and we've got the semi-double blossoms on here, and lots of them. But again, the romance, one blossom, as I mentioned, will perfume an entire room.
Yeah.
If you're taking that long soaking bath, one bloom on the edge of the tub for you.
Or in the tub.
Yeah. And but make life nice for yourself, because it's not every day that you're with someone that you care about.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're by yourself, and maybe you have a fragrance that reminds you of that person, or just reminds you that here I am on God's green earth, and I'm glad I'm breathing.
Yeah, there you go. Just being thankful for everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost a lot to make a little magic, How much does it cost? Well, to be specific, 2 payments of $19.99. But you know what? That's not an arm and a leg. That's not a vacation to France. That's for a nice, beautiful experience,
a nice plant,
too.
And it's well branched. It's not a spindly plant, a well branched plant, and they're great. You bring them inside, put them in a sunny window. I turn mine about once every 10 days to 2 weeks, so it stays even all the way around. They do like the acid fertilizer.
Okay.
So you can pick that up, and you can also use the acid fertilizer on your azaleas and your rhododendrons. So there are other uses for this too.
Okay.
But this is the way my grandmother always displayed the gardenias. Because they don't have long stems, she floated them. And she also had a dinner party one time. This was great. She had little saucers at each plate. There was one gardenia at each plate. And don't you know, people went home and talked about that? You had your own little private fragrance.
Hey, I love that. Gardenia. These are the Perfect Buttons Gardenia.
Yeah.
Again, full sun to partial shade. It blooms summer through fall. And 2 easy payments of $19.99 with free shipping and handling. You also get those on auto delivery if you'd like to. Lock into that easy pay and that free shipping and handling.
We also have a zone map.
Yeah,
and this is for all of our other plants. We had a special one for the TSV, hibiscus. But this is our zone map for everything else. If you want to know when the plants are going to ship out, take a look at our zone map, pick your area of the country out. Off to the right-hand side of your box are the dates when the plants will ship. Tender plants ship a couple of weeks later. Nothing ships until it's time to plant in your area.
I love it. What about your warranty?
The best in the business, my dear child. Cottage Farms, we believe in our product. We believe